and Mitch. Yeah, in general, we are in better shape. The application is smoother, really better with the changes on the prefetching and the optimizations of the query that Carlos did. So that's really cool. You can check it out. It's faster. I could notice.
So what happened to the other issues that we pointed to the end of this sprint? Shall we remove them from this sprint or?
No, it's the sprint is going until the 22nd, so I'll totally get them done by then. So that's next week. That's totally happening.
So shall I share my screen or you can do it?
Yeah, please do it because as I told you, okay, maybe I have to run for 5 minutes at any time of the call. So it's better if you are sharing this time. Thank you.
Right, my best. Very good. We plan for this sprint for these issues after our latest talk with Amin and Carlos. Just 15 minutes after the meeting was ended. But we have some stuff in code review and testing issues that's marked for this sprint too, because they were still in the pipeline. So I recently see some updates on these code reviews and staging, but I'm not very know all the details about them. But I would like to see how can I help during this. Shall I open it one by one, or?
Yeah, I guess I can explain them and you can check it. I see that Mitch was testing earlier today.
Okay.
But there.
Item sets prefishing of roads everywhere there is possible.
Yeah, that's basically done. You cannot test it because you only can test it by feeling the application smoother, maybe faster, because that's only technical changes that are visible. Let's say.
Okay, we trust you. If it's not, you cannot be user tested. And the token themselves, that is the thing that the grief was raised.
Yeah, this time I'm getting out the decimals from the contract directly. That part I was missing. Changes the method that was wrongly using and putting the decimals. So when you try to put 10 USDT tokens, for example, it would show you like 10,000 or more. And that was very critical.
And did you see the this comment from Mitch?
You can okay. I didn't see the comment, but you can test it on staging with Ropsten and also XDAI. In XDAI, you have USDT also.
A USDC?
I'm not sure, but USDT they have.
But there's no I tried to donate with USDC and Giveth.io doesn't recognize it. I have USDC on Ropsten. But if
okay, let me check. Give me a second. Check it out.
Okay, so let it be here. And what about these view traceable projects? I think you just put these URLs for more staging environment, but we have deployed yesterday. Mohammed, what's your idea? Shall Metal change these two URLs, or these are working right now?
No, feathers that these are okay. After 2 days ago deploy, they're okay.
But I think Metal was using or staging URLs here. Am I right, Metal?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
staging. It's the production in these links are production.
No, because after you have chats with Metal,
Oh, yeah.
change it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a comment. Appreciate if you can change it to production URL. Thank you. Shall we move it to next?
I can change it real quick. You can close it, or I don't know. I mean, that's Mitch already tested.
Yeah, we can test after this.
Because the only change is that you're actually being linked to a wrong route, but that's with the change that's going to be working fine.
So this is going to be like I can just retest it after this call, and it should be fine.
I'll let you know, but also it relates. It's going to change anyway because the task that I have in progress right now implies that we are going to have details in our interface for the trace view, so that's going to change anyway.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, just
So
ping me then if it needs more testing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that issue is still in the sprint backlog, like in progress. So I assume that you can test it right now. This issue.
The one that is in staying relates only to the cards. That is, the cards in the pledge list. The one that I'm working on in progress, it's related to the details and how to show them. So I don't know. We can keep it there or move it back to in progress. But to keep the board cleaner, I would leave it there.
You mean you just started that detail one? Here. I can't see it.
Sorry?
It's in progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. Okay, let's see. Let's see the demo of this one instead of. But it doesn't make any change for getting the list of the traceable project. We can test this item. I appreciate if we can leave comments here. It makes more clear for everyone. Let's move to another one. Remove new main marker on project, and I see. You said that there is no verified project on staging.
Mm-hmm. If you go to Giveth.io already, you can see the verified badges because I push it there with the hotfix on Monday. So it's already there.
So it's deployed. Oh, wow. Shall I move it to down? You mean I think that the closed issue is the one that we deployed on the production. But in this case, we can make it done. But I appreciate if you have some kind of conditions for testing on staging before the production.
Sounds good.
And this item don't have any estimations.
Give it a 3.
Okay.
I missed that one, sorry.
No problem. Mitch, I think that we can test it on. I move it to done, but assume that it's working on production. But because I don't have
For
any.
verified projects?
Yeah, go to the homepage right now and try it out. You're gonna see it. The first thing you see is there. Go to Giveth.io and you will see the batch of verified projects.
And I can confirm that all 12 projects that are verified have the badge showing on Giveth.io at this point. So all verified projects are showing the badge correctly.
Yeah, these look great. Okay.
Okay, but because it's not closed, if you see any issue on any problem on this issue, you can just comment, and after that you make sure we can move it to close. It's very good that every issue was related to a PR that we have on production, and we can easily track them. For example, we can know which PR has or which version that we have on development related to which issues. Okay, token decimals are is that I move it to done? Oh no, okay, sorry, it has to be tested. Email flow for project deactivated.
This hasn't been tested yet.
Let it be here. Progress bar on create new project flow has a bug.
I fixed that. Someone needs to test it, but it's done.
Yeah, I can test it after this call.
Okay. Did you work on any of these items?
There's a comment there in the number 36. I just bumped Matteo at the bottom there. I left a comment there for a while and I didn't get any feedback.
I fixed it. Did you try it out again or?
No, I didn't get any updates, so I didn't test it again, but I will do it right now.
I think it's because there is another issue related to that. Because I think I said something about it. So yeah, I believe that there is another issue. Test it out, I fixed it. It's working now.
Okay. So let's go to code review. There are lots of code reviews here, all from Carlos.
Hello, yeah. Actually, we already merged to staging, so I guess we quickly can move all of them. So, do you want me to move them or?
If we have a version on staging that is ready to be tested, I don't know who review your code. Maybe, of course, Maro. Maro should move it from the code review to staging.
Okay.
Every of them. Make sure there has no conflict. Everything is okay, and he might be can remove it. It's all related to you that who was responsible for the code reviewing. Is it okay, Metal?
Yeah.
But if you have time, please move it here. We can try to test it. And this item is in progress, and this item is sprint backlog. I think that we don't have any, kind of, it's all of them are clear, and we don't have any complexity on them. But if you guys have any problem here, please let me know. I think we're done. We can go. Metal. We skipped.
No, it's fine. I still have time. I didn't get the knock in the door yet, so it's all right. If you guys have something else to talk about or any updates, go ahead.
Yeah, I just tried to keep even the intro questions because you were in hurry. Yeah, let's start with the your intro question. I feel superb today. I don't have any distractions, and I'm here to have a review on a sprint. And please, guys, don't close the issues let it be, on our routine. First, you plan for these items. We prefer not to bring any new user stories to our sprint backlog because it's full. It's all dedicated to the all time of a developer have or our developer have during this sprint, and let them put stories in the staging. And after we test all of this and make sure, we just put them in the done. And the done to close means that we have, this item on the production environment. It's okay. It's totally okay if anyone, want to have a bug fix, but try to be, on the plan. That is my intentions, and I pass it to everyone who loves to talk. Marco?
Yeah? Should I go?
Yeah.
Okay. But is the call at the end now with the intentions, or is the call beginning right now, or what's happening?
We did it backwards because at any time of the call I have to jump out. So we did the checkout of the board really quick. So we did it like
okay, so
reverse.
check out now. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, anyway, intentions. Actually, I wanted to show you what I've been working on for the give drop. I created a little prototype that I would love to show you guys, and then get your initial feedback, comments, and then also thumbs up to move forward to complete this thing. Pass it over to Lauren.
I don't know. My intentions, I'm confused. Yeah, I want to see the give back flow. That sounds great. And I've been trying to take notes, but it's kind of hard because it's like everything's just on the board. Anyway, pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, I'm here. No distractions. Here to follow up with testing, find out what's going on with Giveth.io. Maybe anything with project verification, integration, all that good stuff. And how I can be of assistance. And I'll pass it to Mohammed.
Hey guys, my intention was I didn't have much chance and time to doing something useful for Giveth.io, but I just want to follow up the issues, and I have no distraction. I pass it to first.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I don't feel distracted, and I'm just here to listen and observe and see what the latest and greatest is with our dev team. Ashley, have you gone yet?
No, I haven't. Hi, everybody. I don't really have any distractions either, and I guess similar to Forrest, just kind of like here to see where we are and just stay in the loop with everything that's going on. And if I have anything to add, I'm welcome to feel good about doing so. So that's what I got. And I think Carlos, are you still to go?
Sure, thanks. Well, I have no distractions. I am here to check on the issues that were assigned to me, and right now they are in staging, so I'm free to tackle any feedback that Mateo provides and anything that comes up. I'll pass it to Lauren. Mo.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And really sorry for the beginning of the meeting. I have to I have to go quickly to the board and try not to miss Mateo. So let's get back to the agenda. Start with Marco. Marco, go ahead, please.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Thumbs up. I'm seeing thumbs up. Okay, cool. So idea here is to have a landing page where we briefly explain what we're doing here, introduce users, people to the Giveth economy, and after that they can claim their Give tokens or not if they don't have any, right? But yeah, so this is the landing page, and then we go through the flow of claiming the tokens based on the wireframes that Tian has been working on and our initial idea, where we also, our intention is to kind of introduce all the things that they can do with the Give token after they claim them. But we tell them that before. So this, like in general, this is the introduction to the Giveth economy. We mentioned something about the Give tokens and the Givebacks, and how they can participate in this Giveth economy, where they can earn by providing liquidity, or they can vote on proposals, or participate in the governance, or they can donate to Giveth. The copywriters in the room can jump into Figma and see if they want to edit something here. And then you basically you can claim your tokens. You go to this page here, and then you go through kind of through a flow where you first connect your wallet, or you can check your Ether address to see if you have something to claim. And then the next thing is we show you that what you can do with the Give tokens, the amount that you got. So for example, I got 3,333 Give tokens. I can see what I can do if I stake them, and how much I will get annually. And then the next thing is I can vote and earn Give tokens again if I take my tokens to some proposals or participating in Give Garden. And then the next thing is I donate and earn on Giveth. So at this point, I know how many tokens I'm receiving, and now I'm actually looking, how I can increase my balance, and what can I do with Give tokens. I can donate and earn more Give, and also there's a little thing here also where it just shows how much I can potentially get back if I donate to some projects and give it. And then the final step is actually claiming my tokens, and after I claim them, they're in my wallet, and user is then redirected again to another page where we just give them these three options once again, and hope that they will go through the liquidity mining and provide some liquidity, or go to the garden, or maybe go to the Giveth and donate. That's roughly that. And yeah, so that's the main idea, how we want to onboard them. I would love to hear initial thoughts. Yeah, maybe we can do a round.
I'll go first. I love it. I think it's super nice. I think it looks really cool. I think the flow is like really, I don't know, it's like kind of, it's not too busy, so it's like really clean for the user. But, one thing that I have is like kind of just something difficult in my head is the whole give backs and the concept of like getting up to 75% back, because part of it's going to be locked and like streamed. And then I was discussing this with like Willie and Griff about how we're actually going to be able to communicate this, because like in the initial stages, if you're getting like, if you're making a donation, say you're getting like 75 give back in total, you only get 10% initially because only 10% is unlocked. So you only get 7.5 give, and then the rest goes into a stream. So then that becomes like sort of confusing. And we were discussing whether or not we actually want to have this like 75% thing, but maybe it's something we can like brainstorm on a little more. Yeah, but I think it looks super nice. I just love it. I love the colors, and I love how clean it is, and I love the give in the background and how it changes on side to side. I'll pass it to Mateo.
Yeah, I have the same opinion that like Lawrence, because I've been on so many airdrops that I can relate that the claimable and the percentage that are not currently on my wallet can be really confusing. So if we get that working to be very very clear, it's going to make like a big impact in general. So that's good. I love it, man. You are amazing. I really like how everything looks, and it's minimalist, even though it's really like visually expressive. I love it. I'll pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, I love it. It looks really good. I'm really just enjoying the flow here. And like Lauren was saying, we kind of like we're running into this issue of how do we differentiate the lockup and all that stuff with DApp node, you know? And I think a really easy solution will present itself once we see how their launch goes, how to display this information. Looking at this, and then from the Give design call that I was in with Tian, are we going to use these same design assets, or is Tian going to be using his own thing to design that page? Sorry, I guess that's a question more than a comment, but...
Yeah, so Tian is wireframing only, and doing actually wireframing and doing the flow, and I'm doing the design. So this is the design, and
okay.
So what you're seeing there is not design.
Okay, it's just the wireframing. Okay, yeah. Cool. I feel much better now.
Me too.
I give it to Monique.
Thanks, man. It's great. It's superb. But you know, I'm really here to I'm here really to want to know that what kind of interactions and integration that we might have on both dApps after this. Shall we show the users of the the IO and the trace that how much token they might have, or if they're not connect their wallets to this project or landing page, what will happen? Shall we send them in the project to this page or not? There are lots of things that I was just thinking about it. Shall we produce information in their profile in Giveth or Giveth dApp? There are lots of questions in my mind. What the integration and interaction between these two applications. That's it. Thank you, Marco. Pass it to Mohammed.
Thanks, Marco. I like that. It's the design seems integrated with the other pages of the Giveth.io, and I really like that, and I have nothing to add. Just thank you, man. I pass it to Ashley. Did you go? Did you say?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I pass it to Ashley.
I also really like the aesthetic and like the simplicity and the circles and the colors and everything, and the flow of it's really simple. And yeah, there's going to be some details that we have to take into consideration with numbers and stuff, and like with the mining, like with the AP, how does the APR also reflect with the stream thing? So maybe having like something that having to do with the stream a little more clarified in here. And yeah, I think that's really my only feedback. I'm sure there's like a few things that can be tweaked, like you said, copywriting wise and everything, but design wise, I think it looks really good. And I will pass it to Carlos. Are you still here, Carlos? Yeah.
I really like it, to be honest. I like the cards, how they look, and the design honestly is amazing. I have not much to add there. So yeah. I'll pass it back to Mo, to Reforest, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the design is really beautiful. I love the colors. My only concern is on the slider where there's like, slideshow basically going to the right. I didn't see any arrows, and so I'm just curious if these days that kind of thing is common on websites and you anticipate users won't have any issues like understanding that they click to the next slide. But if not, maybe we will want to, here. Oh, there is an arrow. No, there's not. So maybe just like a transparent arrow or something, just to make it more intuitive. And that's my only comment. I'll pass it back to you, Marco.
Thanks, Forrest. There will be arrows. I just didn't add them at this point yet, but there will be some arrows. And like for the purpose of the prototype, like quickly connecting that in a Figma, I just add this interaction when I click on this one, but there will be some arrows.
Okay, awesome.
And just to come back to the Airstream, aren't we? So, as I understood it, there will be an airdrop where people will be getting some Giveth tokens, right away, and then there also will be a part where there's a stream. Is that correct?
Yeah. So basically, the airdrop stuff is like allocated to the people, and they get 10% of it initially, and then the other 90% is like flowing over the next, I think, 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. So, the intention of this airdrop here is, this flow is here actually. My idea was not to communicate the Airstream here yet, but just give them the initial allocation of the tokens and what they can do with them. Mm-hmm. And then once they arrive in their account or wherever will we have this dashboard kind of thing, then there will be some Airstream, and they will find out about Airstream, and they can read more about it. And we have enough time and space for them to explain the Airstream thing, right? That was my idea, because here, user is in the process of claiming their tokens. Most of them won't even read this thing, right? Most of them were just skip, claim, bam, done, right? I hope they don't do that, but that's something we need to take into account. Okay, so this is a really short journey here, although they have some things to click, but I assume they will spend a minute and a half on this thing here. And I don't want to squeeze in Airstream here and say hey, you're going to get this amount, and then you're going to get this amount over 5 periods. Then when you calculate, actually you can't calculate this thing because the returns are not, because, in 5 years you can actually make this money. And I just don't want to put this here. Okay. So I wanted to answer that, your concern and the questions that you had regarding the Airstream. And I would then keep that in a separate page after they claim their tokens and when they come to the dashboard or whatever. So I would just communicate. So I would just show them their initial allocation that they will get. Maybe we can mention it and say, oh hey, but you know what? There's a huge amount of tokens waiting for you, but you're gonna get them in a time frame in 5 years or something like that. We could just mention it afterwards, maybe after they claim that everything. On the final page saying okay, hooray, you claimed your 3,000 Giveth tokens, but guess what? You're getting 20K more, but you're gonna get them in 5 years or something.
That sounds good. And we could also the stream could be a little tiny subtext, just small text. You also get a node stream, click to learn more or something like that.
Yeah, open to ideas. Feel free to either drop them in the Discord channel, design channel, or comment in the Figma directly. I think not brainstorming on this call, but on the final page where when you actually claim your tokens, we could tell them, oh, there's more waiting for you. Because like we want them to actually go to the dashboard and see where they can add liquidity and see where they can stake or donate to projects and stuff like that. And that's a kind of trigger saying like, this amount of tokens is waiting for you, but you have to go over here, right? And so I think like that's a nice hook,
Yeah, it makes sense. I wonder how long. Yeah, I guess there's some other ideas. I wonder how long the airdrop is going to be open for, because then the longer it's open, the stream is going to like have already started. But I guess we're just only going to display the initial allocation, and that's it. That's all they get to see for the drop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Okay, so next steps for me would be by the end of this week, I assume all of you will be providing your feedback and comments and suggestions or revisions or whatever. I pasted a link in the design channel. And then like once everybody has given their feedback, I will then complete the prototype with the scenario where you have nothing to claim. I will also add those arrows, fine tune some of the stuff. Do any revisions based on your feedback and comments, and then I think that's it. It can be then handed over for development somewhere next week, I guess.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Marco.
And shall we do it on which subdomain on Giveth or a new domain?
I think we were going to put it on Giveth.io like /claim or something.
And how can the users reach to this address?
I think we'll probably share the link in all of our comms around it, like in Twitter and in the Medium launch post.
So it's not related to a usual design for Giveth.io or Giveth Trace.
It'd probably be great to have some sort of banner or something, like a launch banner within the application. People could navigate to this page first.
Yeah.
There definitely should be a banner.
For sure.
And so it should be developed in the Next.js environment, Marco, or?
You're asking. I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer this question.
I think so, yeah, because that's where we have everything on Giveth.io right now, building. So it makes sense to be consistent. I wonder if before we were talking about having like on redesigning the homepage of Giveth.io and like having like some banners that kind of slide at the top section. I wonder if that's something that we want to have in place, like when we're doing the givebacks, and then kind of like one of these main banners, like the top of the homepage could be a link to the claimable section.
Well, that implies that the homepage design should already be done and ready, but it's not.
Yeah. But I wonder
Sadly,
if we should consider working on it.
Well, we're already considering working on it. I have a failed attempt of, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's just it's just taking more time than expected, and I can't work on like 10 things at the same time. I tried to get some help, but that kind of failed. So sorry about that. I'm trying to find another solution and see what we can do to speed up the process. At the end, I guess I'll be doing that anyway. So just wait a little bit more, please. And I like, for now, like if we launch the airdrop before, although I'm not sure we're going to do that, because we do need the other stuff, like the dashboard of my account with all the liquidity mining and and everything else, right? Before we even do the airdrop. Is that the timeline?
I think. Well, we need to. We want to have it all ready at the same time and announce it all at once.
So we want to have everything at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then I think there's enough time for me to do the new homepage in between, like by that time. But that also implies that the rest of the pages need to be redesigned. So
maybe not.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
I think like we work first. We make sure that the airdrop, the liquidity mining, and the things around givebacks are good. And then if like the infrastructure and the development isn't ready by then it's kind of like we implement the redesign of the rest of Giveth.io. Like if we have time to wait for like development and testing and everything, but otherwise I think just having the airdrop like as it is, beautiful. We make a banner, cool. We don't worry about the total redesign of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Marco. Any other Epson agenda to talk?
Yeah, because Mohammed and Mateo are both here, and so that's great. Because we were talking about this yesterday in the trace call about taking this great thing that Mohammed built with the analytics, going from the front end to the back end, and then they're no longer blocked by Brave shields or ad blockers. So they successfully did the implementation on Trace, and it worked super great. Just needs to be optimized a bit. So I don't know if there's anything, Matteo, like getting Mohammed in there and putting that into IO and what that would look like.
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Mitch was right. In the Giveth stories, because the Brave blocks the analytics events of segments, I added an endpoint in the backend and the Giveth tab check if the browser is Brave. Instead of sending events directly to segment, it sends the events to our backend, and our backend called send to segment with segment SDK for Node.js. And I think it works. It works, and we can do it in Giveth.io if Mato thinks it's okay. And
Yeah, that sounds amazing. We were considering making a implementation of that because the analytics in the impact graph seems really over the place. It's just like little calls in the methods, everywhere, and that shouldn't be like that. It should be like a focus, maybe a class. So yeah, we should add it, but I would also like to maybe add a redesign in that aspect. I talked about it with Carlos. I don't know if you have any idea, man, or should we just make it better from what Mohammed did already?
Well, I do think at least that part of the analytics and even Sentry, there's some implementation there. They need to be refactored because, like you said, they are all over the place. And sometimes it's interfering with the execution of the mutations. So to prevent that, eventually we have to find a way to pass it to a module, a class, even a background job, so that it's more optimal. So those are my thoughts. I actually created an issue and it's in the board. Doesn't have much priority now, but yes, we have to do it.
Did you make it as what do you call it? Proxy, or what is the method looks like? Because if we can make it reusable in IO really easy, we can add it to the most important endpoints right now.
No, not use a third-party proxy or like that. We just implemented a proxy for ourselves. You think like this. We have just an endpoint that front calls that. Yeah.
Okay.
I can send you the PR for the Giveth step and Feathers Giveth to you to get some idea. And if you need help, I'm available.
Perfect.
So what should I do right now? I just create an issue or?
I think I'm not sure if it deserves an epic because maybe it's big, so or just an issue related to the analytics refactor over the impact graph. Maybe an issue is enough. I don't know. And we link it to the proxy method that Mohammed worked on the trace.
You mean that connecting your Next.js to the?
No, this is totally related to impact graph. Next.js doesn't have to do with it. I mean, the issue in the impact graph we related to the PR or whatever that Mohammed did on trace.
Okay. Do we have an issue on the board? Do we need any estimations or?
There's issue 126, 127. Those are on Giveth next, however, because they're kind of related to the front end, but I think I made those a while ago, but we can always make new ones. 126, 127.
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, he's there. Yeah, we can mention the people we discuss on it because we can't plan it. I think that we can plan for the next sprint. If it's everything is clear. Thank you. Any other comments, issue? If nobody has any comments, I'd love to take a look at the backlog. There are something that's it's not very clear for me. I just want to ask you guys some questions. Here, this item, Giveth LGBT badge design. I think this is the last thing that we have, and the method was implemented. Am I right, Metal? Or
yeah.
So we can just close it, or
I'm not sure if there is a new design coming. I jump in again to the call when you guys were talking about it. So if there is going to be a redesign, I think that should be implied in there. So in my opinion, we can close it because it's serving the purpose as it is right now. And if it's going to be changed eventually, there will be an issue for it on the redesign when it happens.
Because at this time, I think we don't have any newer design. I think Marco is working on. He has lots of things to do in the next month. I think we can close it right now. But if you approve, Marco, you don't have any problem closing this issue, or?
Just a second, please. Can you scroll up? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can close this issue.
Okay. And about the Treebox and Strum, I think we need a little help from Marco for kind of design. Yeah. Maybe at the profile section or everywhere, we just need to connect the Treebox, and there is a barm there. I think yeah.
Yeah, we kind of removed priority for this last call. So but Carlos still did the endpoint to integrate it to our backend. So when I do it, I just mention that I make some design and ask Marco for feedback because it's just a button. It doesn't need much of it. The general user flow is happening in the backend, so we don't need much interaction. That's why I don't believe that Marco needs to do most in there. So I'll do it and then I ask for feedback. I think it's the fastest way and will reduce time.
I just want to make sure there is a clear and we have a clear, backlog to work on. So if you do not need any design, it's okay. Let's put it here and integrate profile verification for project owners identity. There's lots of discussions here, and it's blocked by the tree box and ceramic research. But the last update here is that initially envisioning and more visualizing product as well. Can anybody say something about it? We can show the user the result from that tree box ceramic information. It's connected to this social media or that social media, kind of like something like this. And do you need any design, Metal, or you can go ahead?
I mean, design is always cool to have, but I know that Marco's time is being really valuable lately, so I don't want to bother him on that. So if I come up with something easy enough to do it, I'll do it and ask for feedback mainly because we removed priority to these issues as I remember from last call. So I haven't, yeah. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I don't think, Monique, I don't think you should be worrying about these issues here at all. And like as Mateo said, like when he will be integrating Treebox team, he'll just do stuff and put stuff on the screen wherever he thinks is best. If he needs some feedback, he's gonna ask me. And like after we will be like when we will be kind of redesigning the whole thing and be working like on updating this whole flow and all the inner pages, I will then spend more time on the designs.
Thank you. And what about this issue? I'm wondering, do we need any design for previews?
Yeah. So I was. I was about to start also working on this while I was updating the create the project flow, and like in the create a project flow, I had this kind of option where you can kind of preview a project before publishing, but then this opened up a couple of more questions. Do we save it as a draft? Can users save actually something as a draft? Can he then preview that in their account? Can he then update some details in the projects and then publish later? Some of that stuff. So I said like, okay, I'm not gonna let's put this on hold again because I don't think it was any priority or something burning that we needed to implement.
I get it, but I love to understand me that I need to have a very vast backlog because if the all issues was blocked and unclear, I cannot move any of the issues to the sprint to working on it. But yeah, I know it. Thank you. And
maybe you can put this one as a nice to have or something. I don't know, because like at this stage it's a nice to have.
It's not nice to have, but it's kinda but improve how we display information about the project updates is what just related to you. Yeah, this is in hold too. Am I right?
Yeah, I assume so. I need to reread this whole issue again to give you a better answer.
Okay, we just have 2 minutes left. Marco, sorry, Carlos, we did a little bit talk about this item, but I'm still confused about it. Do you have any blockers or?
No. I honestly focus on other issues first, but I can actually work on that next. It's more of a local thing, not really affecting production or staying.
So it's not for current sprint, but I just want to make sure that it's clear and don't have any dependencies. Thank you. I think I'm done. I have to review all of these items here that I'm not familiar with them. But yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye.